You're tuning into the hottest lounge in the city.
Feeling like the number one in the game.
City Lounge. City Lounge. City Lounge.
Welcome back, loungers.
Check.
We're back again.
Episode 11, guys.
Episode 11. Tell you from now, subscribe, hit that bell, tell a friend, and all that good stuff. Okay, like we said, episode 11, you're now tuned in with your girlfriend's favorite DJ Superstar.
And your favorite homegirl, DJ Mary B.
Welcome, loungers. Welcome back.
The City Lounge.
We have a show today.
We do have a show today, guys.
We have a very special guest today.
Yes, guys. Right? My good friend, Sanny Beauty.
Sanny Beauty. Welcome, Sanny Beauty.
Welcome, Sanny Beauty.
Hey, guys.
Yes, take this time to introduce yourself, girl. Let us know who you be. Let's go.
So I'm Sanny, or known as Sanny Beauty Online. I'm a makeup artist here in Toronto, and I have a YouTube channel, and now I have a beauty studio. So yeah, that's pretty much who I am.
There you go. Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome, Sanny.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No, thank you for having you.
Oh, yes. No, thank you for having me on the show, actually.
Thanks for coming, Sanny. We appreciate it, girl. Yes. So, you already know, girl, I want to have you on the show because I want to hear about your journey on becoming Miss Sanny Beauty. Let's get into it. So what inspired you to do makeup? How did we get into this? How did you become Sanny Beauty?
Okay, so how did I even start? Okay, high school. So in high school, I was in dance class, probably all 4 years, but more so maybe grade 12. I had a teacher she was so serious about our performances. So she went and bought each of us a little makeup kit. So we got like a little cheap brush, but the brushes were like $1. Makeup was like $1. You know, it's like cheap, like bad.
Cheap makeup.
Real cheap makeup, you know? But
that's how we started off.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is cool. But I did like makeup anyways, but I didn't have any. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I said to myself, oh, I have this little kit. I'm going to go to Walmart and add to it. So that's what I did. And then, I don't know, I would just wear it myself or like wear my makeup to work or whatever. And I noticed that in the mornings, people like when I worked, people would ask me like, oh, did you get your makeup done today? Or like, did somebody do your makeup? Or are you going somewhere? And I'm like, what? This is how I look, you know?
Exactly.
I just felt like that was just what I like to do, you know? So why would anybody think I paid to get this done? I didn't even know people even paid to get their makeup done. That was a thing. I was like, what do you mean paid? So...
It's either you did it yourself or
I just
or
thought,
your mom did it for
exactly.
you.
You thought everybody was just like good at doing their own makeup.
If I waited for my mom to do my makeup, oh my God.
Would you be here?
I know, I would not be here.
I'm joking. Sorry, Sean. No pun intended.
Right? Now I have to do her makeup. But and then basically I used to work at the store called Massimo Dutti at Eaton Center. And literally, like, I don't know if you guys know the layout of the Eaton Center, but the food courts and the Mac store is like right across from each other. So like the escalator to go down to the food court, the Mac store is right across. So every time I would go to the food court on my break, I'd just take a loop around the Mac store and go down. And the manager there used to be like, hey, I always see you here. Your makeup always looks nice. Why don't you work here? And I was like, hell no. Like, I'll never work here. I was like, I'll never work here. Are you crazy? I'm not making no portfolio for you guys.
It wasn't your thing.
I just thought it wasn't a thing that people, I was like, what, work here? Like, people work and do makeup? Like, that's not real. You know, I just didn't think it was a real thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's I literally what you're into now, and that's what you were thinking back then.
I was like, this is not real. I didn't know anybody who did it like as a job, you know? So I was like, no, I'm not working here. Crazy. And at the time I was in school for HR, so I was like, no, I'm not. This isn't my thing. Thanks, but no thanks, you know? But anyway, long story short, fast forward, I have a friend who was in school for makeup, and she was nervous to go to her interview. No, not her interview. Her teacher told her that there was a job fair for makeup happening, and it was for Mac. And I was like, okay, like I don't care, you know. But she was nervous, so she wanted me to go with her. So I'm like, okay, like whatever. I know that they have to wear black, and I guess I'll come with you, but that's it. So I go with her, and it was a room full of beautiful girls. Like, when I say beautiful, it looked like there was like 80 girls in one room, just done like fierce, you know? I was like, yikes. Yeah. Thank God I'm not applying, you know?
There you go.
But when I went through the door, they're like, oh, sorry, only applicants. So I lied, and I was like, yeah, I'm an applicant. So I filled out.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I lied because I was like, oh, I'm just coming with my friend because she's nervous, but I'm like, you know what? You hand in your paperwork first, because they said you have to fill out an application. Yeah. At that time, I don't think you had to hand in resumes yet. Because at that job fair, I don't know how I even got to go in. How I got to go in, because I think we had to fill out some application, hand it in, and then they called us up to do a one-on-one interview. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I told her, hand in your resume first, then I'll hand in mine like 10 minutes later. They'll call you, and then maybe like we'll be gone by the time they call me. No, they called us at the same time. So I know, right?
So it worked out.
So I did my interview, and oh my gosh, yes, I did my interview. Fine, whatever. After that, like I talked to a lady that was there, and then she emailed me that day, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I liked your personality and your She said I was so pleasant, and she had to have me. But guys, I just realized I missed a whole big part of the story.
Let's rewind.
Yes.
Let's rewind.
This all how I even ended up here was just like, what?
Because I remember I was listening to Sharice's podcast.
Yes, it was all
and I was like,
accident,
what?
honestly,
and I felt like it was cool. So I'm like, I want Sanny to tell us how it went down.
So we'll just remember that part for when I tell you this. But basically, my sister, so I used to do her makeup all the time. So she picked up a few little techniques, whatever. She was at the Mac store one day at Scarborough Town Center, and there was a lady there that was like, "Hey, I like your makeup. Are you a makeup artist?" And she was like, "No." Like, my sister taught me, like, whatever. And she's like, "Oh, is your sister a makeup artist?" And she's like, "No, but she likes makeup." So then she's like, "Okay, here's my card. I'm the regional recruiter for this side of Canada. I'm just doing a visit today, but tell her to email me."
Okay.
So I emailed her. Yeah, that's how that happened. So I emailed her. She said, "Yeah, come to Yorkdale, 9 a.m. this day. Bring a model, bring some brushes, and then you're going to do makeup right there." So when I got there, I brought my same friend who was in school for makeup, because I didn't have much brushes. She had a bunch of brushes because school. So I went with her in the morning, did the makeup, whatever. They changed my person. So I brought my friend. Yeah. They made everybody go over one seat. So I got some girl, like an Asian girl. And I'm like, what the? I never done this before. I'm like, I never did this before. What do I even put on you?
So they switched it up on you just to see if you can handle someone you don't know.
Yes. And she had like super dry skin. And I was like, what do I do?
What are you supposed to do?
I don't even know what to do. But anyway, I did her makeup, cool, whatever. Yeah. After that, there was a manager from Scarborough Town, not my manager that I had, but there was another manager that reached out to me and said, "Oh, she wants to do an interview." She interviewed me. It was a bad interview. And then she called me back 3 months later, and she was like, "Hey, I'm not hiring you." I was like, why even call me 3 months? I even forgot. I was like, who's this?
The disrespect. Yes. Look at you now.
Yeah, so that was, that was March of that year. And then the October is where we could fast forward to when my friend did the job.
So now we're combining.
Yeah. So now that's where
that was the chunk that was missing.
So by that time, boom, that manager was like, "Oh, you're so pleasant, I have to have you." And then that's how everything started.
And I think that what I love about that story when I heard it on Sharice's podcast was that like it ties into with the like Jordan and Oprah, like, you know how people turn them down and then look where they are now, because your rap sheet, like, you're on BT. Sanny wrote a book, guys, like you're doing your thing, you know what I mean? So how did you come up with the name? Well, obviously Santasha's your name, but combining it and making it like a thing, like it's a thing, you know, like Sanny Beauty is a thing.
Because so Santasha is my name, and then my brother used to always call me Sanny. So everybody in my house called me Sanny, right? And then friends that would come over would pick it up. So my friends would call me Sanny. Like, pretty much at that point, everybody would call me Sanny. And then there's a makeup artist called Makeup Shayla. And I just thought her name just didn't make sense. Like, Makeup Shayla, not even Makeup by Shayla, it was just Makeup Shayla. So I was like, it's catchy. And she's very popular on Instagram and at the time on YouTube. Well, she's popular again on YouTube. But I was like, her name doesn't make sense, but it's catchy, you know? So I was like, I want a name like that doesn't make sense, but kind of catchy. Well, so I just put Sanny Beauty.
It's catchy.
Yeah, because I was like, Sanny Makeup? No, that doesn't sound right. Makeup Sanny? No, I'm going to sound like I'm copying. So I'm like, okay, Sanny Beauty. I literally just put the beauty and that's it. And I thought it sounded so dumb at first, but I was like, meh.
And it worked, right?
I was like, whatever, I'll just keep it. It'll catch.
It's definitely working for you.
It is working, Sanny, because like, you know, it's good.
Thanks.
Because I don't want to fast forward, but you're coming out with something and it's
yes, I know. I'm like, wow, the name really worked out for the future, because I'm starting a cosmetic line. It literally just came. I was like, whoa.
To the loungers, to the ladies who like cosmetics, look out for that.
Yeah, so
Please tell us
that's
about
happening. Okay, so the thing is, other than makeup, I do like business. So I'm very interested in that stuff, but I was like, how do I get into it but not far off from what I'm already doing? Because I didn't want to pick up something and it's like, okay, you do makeup, but then you do this, but this. You know, I just wanted to still be in line. So I was like, okay, maybe makeup. But I'm like, how is this gonna happen? Anyway, long story short, I figured out a way. So first thing I'm gonna launch is brushes. So I have a set of brushes that are coming out. They're
sure you guys
in
support.
transit right now. I've been waiting a while, but they're in transit. And then during this time, like that I've been waiting, I've actually thought of other things. So those things are in the work as well. So stay tuned. Follow Sanny Beauty Makeup.
Yes.
On Instagram. No, Sanny Beauty Cosmetics. Sorry. I have 2 other pages, but Sanny Beauty Cosmetics on Instagram to stay up to date. You know?
So you guys can know what's coming out, what she's going to be launching.
Beauty Cosmetics.
Sanny Beauty Cosmetics. Yeah.
So say your 3 Instagram handles so that everybody knows.
Oh my God. So Sanny Beauty Makeup. That's for my clients. And then Sanny Beauty Cosmetics.
Which is going to be for your line.
For my line. Yes.
And so can you catch us up on some of the highlights of this year, that what things that happened for you during COVID, like, you know, I know you have just share like your experience into like what's going on and everything that's going on.
So 2020, you know, with the pandemic, it's funny because this is like the best year. This was the best year for me. I don't know, you know, I do feel bad for anybody where it wasn't their year, but I'm like, oh my God, like I feel guilty almost, you know, because like when the lockdown just happened, I was still getting paid my regular pay from work. I was like, didn't get laid off. I got to go back to work. What else happened? Oh my gosh. And then when I went back to work, I decided, I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore, you know? Yeah. I literally had in my heart, even prior to COVID happening, I was like, I'm going to take a leave of absence because I just can't, you know? I was like, I'm taking 3 months off during the summer. That's it. Da, da, da. And then the pandemic came and I was like, woo, started earlier, you know? I started earlier, still getting paid, woo, you know? And then when they said I had to go back to work, I went back to work end of May, like May 26th. And I was like, I'm like, this isn't your life, man. And I was at Mac for 6-7 years. I don't know. I think this month would have made 7 years. But yeah, at that point, I was just like, I just don't like this anymore.
So you've been there for a good while.
I was there for a long time. Yeah. I'm like, this isn't for me anymore, you know? It just became very retail, not so much the makeup anymore.
Exactly.
So I was like, forget this. I could do makeup outside here by myself, you know? I don't need to be selling people stuff. So I just had that feeling, but I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway. Prior to COVID even happening, me and my friend Chanel, aka Shan Shan.
Big up Shan
Shan. Shan K Hair Design.
Shan K Hair Design. Big up yourself, Shan Shan.
So me and her met in grade 7. So we've been friends since, you know. But me and her were literally looking for a studio space to open like a beauty studio type thing. But everywhere we were looking, it was so expensive. Like literally so expensive. Or it just didn't look how we wanted it to look. So long story short, just before the lockdown, we looked at somewhere and then we were like, you know what? Like, no, it's not working. So I said to her, I'm like, you know what? Just forget it. We'll come back to this idea at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Like we'll prep for 2021. Let's just
give it some time.
Yeah, let's give it some time. Let's just ease up off of it. No more, you know? So she's like, okay, yeah. April now. April, like beginning of April, okay? Why? Nobody's outside. There's not even cars outside. This is like literally when phase 1? Phase 1 or phase 0. Phase 0, you know? And she calls me. She's like, hey, meet me tomorrow at 12 at this address. And I'm like, for what? Oh, I found a place. And I'm like, stop. Like, we're not doing this. I told you at the end of the year is when we're going to be doing it. She's like, no, trust me. Come. I'm like, why? Nobody's outside. Like, why are we even doing this right now?
And Shan's hustle is like,
no, she was so determined to like not go back because she was working at a salon. She didn't want to go back after the pandemic. So she was like, nah, I ain't going back. So I was like, you know what, fine, whatever. It was close by. So I said, okay, I'll meet you. Cool. And then we get there and I was like, this place is ugly, man. You know?
Why did I come up my bed for this?
Yeah, I'm like, this is ugly. And here, the walls were like, you know, I was like, ugh, I don't even like this. Look at the floor, you know? And then she's like, no, seriously, just take a picture or take some videos. And I'm like, okay. So that's what I did. And I was just looking at the video and I was like, I mean, if we just paint a wall.
Yeah, had potential.
And if we just rip out this cabinet, maybe a new one could go in and just do this, do that. And I was like, so I just said yes. I honestly, in my heart, even though I was like, this is ugly, I was still like, I'll think about it. And then
you can work with
yeah.
So can I ask you a question
Yeah.
now? Is it ugly now?
No, oh my gosh.
It's beautiful.
Sometimes
It's so
what you
cute.
look at it
Yes.
the first time ain't what
It's
gonna
not
be.
what it's gonna be. Exactly. And the thing is, I was like, if I just said like it was ugly, no, like not here.
Yeah.
Maybe she wouldn't have did it, or maybe we wouldn't have done it. But I was like, okay, cool. Like let's do this, you know. And poof, we went back and forth on our lease, signed our lease, and that's it. And I literally at this point, I was like, yeah, cool, sick, you know, we're doing it. And then they said to come back to work, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna manage work, setting it up, you know, all types. And I was like, I'm like, you know, who cares? I'm just gonna do it anyway, and that's it. But when I went back to work, guys, I swear to you, the first week I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I was like, I just want to not be here and get paid still. That's how I felt. So then, poof, that's what happened.
There you go.
Look at God.
They offered me a severance package.
Yo, you took that and ran.
I'm out of here, you know? So literally, like the first week, and then that was, first week of basically June, because it was May 26th when I went back.
Yeah.
So after a first week, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Boom. They called me, hey, can we offer you a severance? Blah, blah. They said they're letting some people go, but me, I wasn't one of them. And I was like, oh, sick. Great, you know? And I could have stayed, but I would have had to be part-time.
It just
And
didn't fit right with your spirit,
what?
girl.
You want me to be in here?
When you have your own.
Yeah, and I'm like, listen to me. I'm like, I'm gonna take my little severance. And by that time, like by my last day, my last day was like 10 shifts after that. We were already done, set up, like already did everything. So I was like, okay, cool. Like the severance is just gonna be a little, you know, collected. Stay in my pocket, you know? So I was like, I'm happy that we already did everything and that I had that little cushion to sit back on. But I was like, okay, I feel good now. You know, at that point is when I was like, yes, I feel good. But the thing is, I wasn't sure if we didn't know when everything was gonna open. So we signed our lease in April. April-ish, May. Didn't know when everything was gonna open back up, and honestly, we were just like, whatever, who cares?
It's a
Like,
gamble.
we literally took the
gambled
risk.
on, but you gambled on yourselves.
So we said, let's just take the little risk and see what happens. And this is the part that was funny. It's like the 15th is when our lease said that it's ours.
Yeah.
And at that point, nothing was open.
The 15th of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we signed our lease in April. June 15th is when they said that's like it's yours. Doesn't matter if the pandemic's still going on or not. You guys are paying, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, shoot, like hopefully things open up, but we didn't know. So that was the 15th. It's supposed to be the 15th. June 16th is when work called me and they offered the severance. So I was like, hey, you know, what a coincidence. Like it's literally the next day, you know? So even at that point, we were like, okay, nothing's still open. Like we're still phase 1. Like nobody go outside, nothing. So June 23rd is when the restrictions lifted.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what? So then we had our launch party July 4th. And then
People
I
came
swear
true.
to you, as soon as we said we're open, we were busy.
Nice.
Like first month, I made the same money I would make at work. Second month, I was like, what? A little bit more. Third month, even more. I was like, what? You
And
know?
that's the good thing
That's
of having your own
good,
business,
Sanny.
right? You make
Yes.
more each month
Yes,
instead
exactly.
of getting the same pay each
Exactly,
month.
exactly.
And you get to work on your time.
Excuse me. I was
Yeah.
only working 20 hours for the whole month. What are you talking about?
and
what?
make
And yeah, I'm making the
Same pay.
So I was like, are you crazy? I was working 30 hours a week before.
and you actually like what you're doing.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? So
And what is the name of the studio?
yes.
So it is S&S Beauty Studio.
And where's it located?
Where's
At Markham and
location?
Eglinton. It's 3174 Eglinton Avenue East. Yes.
You hear that, lounges?
Yes.
Check it out.
Yes.
Pull
yes,
up.
yes. Yeah. Book an appointment with us, guys, and
There you
come
go.
on in.
Is this,
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. Is it something to book online to book an appointment?
Yeah. So if you go to Sanny on Instagram at Sanny Beauty Makeup, I have a book now link. So you can book now. It's through a cutie.
Okay.
If anybody knows a cutie, but anyway, it's just a booking link, so you can go there.
If you're a cutie, go to the cutie.
Yes.
I can't take you, baby. I cannot take you. I can't. Yes. So what would you say is the challenges of running your own studio and doing a YouTube? Because
Oh
we
my
never
God.
got into your YouTube
Yes,
background.
yes.
So maybe we can get into that, and then you can tell us the challenges of just running all that stuff.
Everything
like,
all at once.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a chaotic mess almost. But to be honest, it's because I enjoy it and I feel like I have the time for it. Even though it's so much, I still feel like I have the time for it. So with YouTube, I started YouTube like 3 years ago, and it's like I wasn't taking it serious at first. Like maybe my first year and a half almost 2 years actually. I was just like, post a video today, next month post a video, next month post a video. And then it was last year when I was like, I'm gonna do one every single week and see what happens. And then literally, like, my channel grew so much, literally probably like 10,000 subscribers plus. I know, and I was like, I was stuck at 700 for 2 years, you know. Right?
Consistency,
yeah,
right?
the consistency. It sounds so like cliche, but it's so true. So that's what I did. And then I don't know, like, I got into the groove of always doing something for YouTube. So with that, literally I'll probably bulk film. Like today, I knew I was doing this today. I got it from this morning. I went home because usually I'm at my fiance's house. He lives downtown. So I like to film at my mom's house because I like my setup in my room there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this today. So I know I'm going to film at the end of the week because I have to think about this from like last week. I'm like, I'm going to film next week on Friday because I'm going to be in Scarborough. So I could stop at my mom's house, film. Then I'm gonna have like something to post, you know, and then I could come here. Exactly.
Again.
Yes, right. And then even when I leave here, I'm like, maybe I could just wipe off my makeup, film another video before I go back downtown. So it's like literally, I'm always thinking, okay, when can I do something for YouTube? But for my studio, it's like it doesn't consume so much of my time. Literally, I'm only there when I have to be there. Literally, if somebody has appointments, then I'm there. If nobody has an appointment, I'm not there.
Because you only go off by appointments.
Exactly. I'm only by appointments. So I only have to be there when somebody needs me there. Yeah. That's it. Or if like I need to do something there, but usually I don't. So that's the part that I like. So I'm like, ooh, I have free time. That's Even good. If I am booked, it's just like what, an hour, or maybe say I have like a few people, what, max 5 hours throughout the day, or 5 hours out of my days there. And then I could do other things after.
That's what you call being a boss.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And you've mastered
being
like
an owner.
When you're a boss, you can make your own rules and do your own things.
Exactly.
And you've mastered the killing two birds with one stone.
One stone, yes. Oh my
God. It's all about working smarter and not harder.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yep.
So this YouTube, how has that experience been for you?
Okay,
and when did you start it?
I started about 3 years now.
Okay.
And
what made you think about starting a YouTube?
Well, here's what. Remember in high school, I used to always just watch YouTube.
Yeah, you love our YouTube.
I was on YouTube watching everything, anything. Like I was watching dancers on YouTube, everything. Remember? So I used to be watching everything, and I'm like, and then I used to watch a lot of hair care on YouTube, and I'm like, oh my God, like I could do that too, you know? I just always felt like I could do that. And then what actually started it for me, my same manager at Mac that I had. So when I started working there, she's so nice, guys, I swear, the nicest person I've met to date, and the best manager I've had to date. She, like, I don't know if it's allowed, but if I'm allowed to say this, but she would have this thing where we were supposed to do like a charity, but instead of like a bake sale, we're supposed to have to raise money for like some Scotiabank, like something fundraiser or whatever. But we wouldn't bake anything. We would come in the morning, and all of the untouched, like sealed and packaged testers or anything like that, she would sell it to us for a very, very, very like low price. I can't even say how low.
Got it for the low.
Yeah.
She was looking out for you guys.
I'm gonna have to tell you guys when the camera's off. I don't want to get if she ever stumbles upon this, but she probably won't. But it was real cheap, you know. So because I just bought everything because I'm like, oh, I work here, I don't have nothing, so let me buy everything all at once, you know. But I had so much stuff that I'm like, I would never use all this, you know. So I'm like, oh, I had a new iPhone at the time. I'm like, I have a new phone. I have some makeup. I'm like, let me start filming videos. I swear, I was like, let me start. And that's how I started freelancing too. I'm like, I have all this makeup. I could take a few clients, tell people I do makeup now. And, you know, I have a little kit here.
Who did you start doing makeup on?
Oh my God. No.
Shan,
you.
Marka. All your friends you're doing.
Yeah, all my friends are doing their makeup.
To
this day, Shan always talks about it. I was the first smoky, how you did.
I remember you're like, oh, I learned how to do this eyebrow.
Yes.
I learned how to do this, right? And then like that's why we're just also proud of you to see like where you've came and where you've taken, you know, something that you like and your passion.
Thank you.
And then, you know, and still remaining the same person, girl. Yeah.
So how would you say you have progressed from doing it then to
now? Okay,
she's getting paid now.
Yeah, that's the part.
Very
Well,
true.
here's the thing. I give all the credit to working at Mac.
Okay.
I swear to you, like all the different
the place that you said
Yeah,
I wouldn't work here.
I'm like, I wouldn't work here, you know. And then I ended up there for 7
See how
years.
things play out.
And then
Right?
look at the doors that just opened for you
opened
while
up
being
so much,
there.
yeah. It's
And
just
at
like-
first you were like, I don't want to do it. That's why you have to try things even though
you
don't want to do it.
Exactly. So basically, with working there, I got to try different products, try different skin tones, different eye shapes, different lips, different everything. And that was the biggest blessing, because I find even a lot of people who like do makeup currently, but have never worked in that type of environment, it's still literally like it's like hit or miss sometimes. Like they don't know color theory really, or like product placements, because they don't get to work on so many different skin types, eye shape, blah blah, all that type of stuff. Whereas there, I got to do could you imagine 7 years, all the people that I got to do? That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of practice, actually.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so I'm very grateful for that. So that's how my skill went a little up. And then obviously Instagram, like just seeing all the looks that I like. I'm like, let me try this on somebody this weekend, you know? So yeah.
I think it's cool too. What I noticed when you do our makeup is like, you know, our underskin tone. Like it's the whole science behind makeup that nobody really knows.
The science.
So like sometimes I'll see you doing my makeup and I'm like, Sandy, and you're like, yeah, because your undertone is this. And I'm like, girl, do your thing.
Yeah, you're like, how do you
I don't
know?
Yeah, like how do you know?
Yeah,
but
that's
because you've been in the game for so long.
People always say that comment.
Your
It's like,
undertone pigment.
yeah,
It's
your
different.
pigment, your shade. Like,
I know a little
yes,
something.
okay.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
so with that being said, do you have a favorite type of style of makeup you like to do?
I do.
Do you like to do a lot of colors, or do you like to do
neutral look?
next to nothing?
Yes, I love like that. They call it soft glam.
Okay.
So it's like it's very soft, but it's there, but
Yeah.
a little glamorous on the
And
eye,
it
you know?
pops.
It's pretty makeup. That's what I like to call it.
Okay.
Because the other day I had a girl who came last Saturday, and it was her birthday, and she's like, I don't know what I want. I just want to look pretty. And I'm like, okay, I got you. It's like I just know. You just want to look
And
pretty.
that's your go-to
it.
right there.
That's the go-to. It's like
Okay.
just that nice, soft, pretty.
Pretty me up, loungers.
Yes.
Pop in. Ask her to pretty me up.
It's a soft, glam, pretty look. Yes.
So I know, because even with Shan too, with doing hair and stuff, you guys love when people come in and you just let us do our thing.
Yeah.
Like tell us what you want.
Yeah. It's like
Don't bother me. Don't tell me, but no.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I'm gonna back up your chair from the mirror then.
because I remember when I had to do my photo shoot. Didi, do you remember when I had to do the photo shoot? Yo, I didn't say anything, Sandy, but I know you could tell. I was like, silver, and you looked at me and you're like, just trust me. And I was
Just
like,
close
I
your eyes.
trust you, girl.
But-
and it came out so bomb, Sandy.
But the
at
thing
first
is,
I was like,
I can read the signs on the face because of working at Mac. People be like, what? Where are we
I
going
just
with
looked at
this?
my face and I was like, okay.
Yeah, Miriam was like,
Sandy's
wait,
never
what?
done this before. You're like, don't worry, just trust me. I'm like, all right, girl, say no more. Say less. And then you're done. I was like, yo, this looks so nice.
That's how it always goes. But the thing is, it's like you just have to tell the person, like, just trust in the vision.
Yes,
It's coming.
exactly.
Don't worry, it's coming along. When everything is done, you're gonna be like, you know?
Because even too with my photo shoot with Princess.
Yes.
That's the first time. Okay, so
did
you
color.
always do my makeup. Sandy always does my makeup, guys. If I have a show or anything that I'm doing, and I always tell her, what do I tell her I want? What's my go-to?
I just want something natural. Just want to look like myself.
The natural
So
look.
I don't know, what would you guys call that? Just the natural look, right?
It's like I still consider it like soft glam. Because
Soft
for you,
glam.
I always put a little something. I'm like, oh, she wants natural. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Put a little shimmer on the eyelid.
Yeah,
A little
so-
smoky on the outer corner.
Yeah, so it's one of those ones where it's like, you look natural, but you still pop.
Yes.
So for princesses, though, I remember,
colors.
shout out to Yvette for photography. Princess wanted colors, right? For the African shoot and stuff. And I don't even think I just was like, yo, she wants colors, and that's it. I didn't say anything.
What's it called? I was like, what are you wearing?
Oh yeah, I showed you what I was
Right?
wearing,
And
my
I was like,
outfit.
alright, that's
You're
it.
like, yo, I got it. You're like, say less.
That's it.
Because the makeup does have to go with what you're wearing.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Because you don't want to like take away. Because the thing is, the outfit was
Especially
like so
colors.
huge. Yes.
Yes.
Colors is like the thing is, she was wearing something real colorful, but it was like
It was the white frilly with
but
the head
print-
wrap.
The print of it, I was like, okay, I want it to still go together, but usually if it's like a lot happening here, I'll
Yeah.
try to keep
Keep
it
it toned
fresh
down
up here,
up,
you
yeah.
know? Kind of like that. But for you, that specific, because I'm like, it's a photo shoot. I know that this is what Princess wants. She has a vision. I'm not going to mess that up.
Yes.
So she wants to color up here. She wants to color down here. That's what she wants. That's what she asked for. That's what I'm gonna give her.
And when Princess seen it, she was like, yo.
Yeah.
She's like, Sanny did her thing. I was like, yo, Sanny's sick. Like, are you down?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not messing up her vision. I'm like, photographers, you get what you want. Take it.
You did a really good job.
Go ahead.
So, Sanny, are you affiliated with any organizations or anything like that?
No, I'm not. No organizations, no
Any community projects?
no community projects. But on my vision board, guys,
Yes.
I always had, like, not always, I did a vision board just last year, but I always have in my journal, because I journal a lot, that I want to do like some type of humanitarian work or something, you know. I always thought about being like you know how there's Big Brother, Big Sister?
Yes, yes.
So I was like, oh, I could be one of those, you know. But I just feel like at this current time, I feel like I want to have a little bit more things in order, you know. Then I'll be like, okay, I
You
can
want to
give
continue to build what you got going on.
Exactly. I want to build what I have going on, and then I could give my time to other people.
Yes.
You know, I still can. I don't want to make it seem like I'm too busy, but I honestly feel like how I want to do it, I just want to be like, I'm here, I'm available.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
I hear that.
Yes, exactly. And right now I'm like all over the place.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in like 5 years? Or where would you like to be in 5 years? Like, who would you love to eventually do makeup for? Like, who would you love to do makeup for in like the celebrity? Or
It's funny. I always said, I'm like, I don't know if I want to work with any celebrities.
No,
The stories that I hear, I'm just like, what? I'm like, I don't know.
Because you know, if they talk to your Scorpio, so
I
if they
know
talk
I'm
to you
Scorpio,
anyway.
so I'm like, listen, I don't care who you are, you know. So I don't know if I want to work with any celebrities per se. And I find also, just from what I hear, I find that celebrities, they sometimes want it to just be free. Literally, like, oh, it's like promo, like you'll get exposure, But I don't know. It's like, who else? Another celebrity's gonna come to me?
If a celebrity is coming to the city, and you know how they put on their Instagram story, someone tagged their hottest makeup artist, or
yes, I have a story about that.
Or have you gotten tagged?
Yes, okay. So Cash Doll was here.
Okay.
Not last year, but the year before that, I think. Anyway, I was at work and I was almost done. Like, I think I went on my second break and I probably had like 2 hours left of work. But my phone was on like 5% at that time. So, okay, fine, no problem. I'm like, after this, I'm going home anyway. Like, I'm not supposed to be on my phone at work anyway, so I don't care. And anybody who needed me, they'd probably just call my work phone, like the work line.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't care. So I get home, I charge my phone. I probably went to go bathe, eat. I'm not worried about my phone. Go on my phone now. This is probably like an hour after I already got home. And I saw like so much messages on my phone. I'm like, what happened? I didn't post nothing. Yeah. But I saw that people were tagging me in. Cash Doll posted like that she needs a makeup artist. And then her manager DM'd me.
Ooh.
But they DM'd me. But guess when they DM'd me? When I was still at work.
Oh.
So I was like, what? So then I responded. I'm like, hi, hey, yeah, I could come. I could do it because it's like 7 p.m.
So did you see the message when you were at work?
I saw it when I was at home.
She got home.
Oh, and you
She got it at work.
You showered and everything.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm available, blah, blah. And they're like, hey, thanks for responding, but we found somebody else. And I'm like, you know, but I was like, oh, at least they saw me. They're like, okay, you know.
Yeah. So, got your exposure, girl.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. You know.
There you go.
But who knows? It could happen again. But yeah, I don't know. 5 years from now, I don't know. To be honest, I honestly don't know. I feel like I'm literally just trying to see where life takes me. Currently, right now, I'm just like saying yes to everything. I just told myself last year, I'm like, say yes to everything and see what happens. So that's what I did all of this year. I said yes to anything, any opportunity, any client.
It's been working out for you.
Yeah, so far it's been working out. So I said yes. So I just want to see where that's going to take me. But I mean, just like anybody else, like married, kids, house, I know, you know, you'd want that. And then I would want my business to be like booming, you know, lots of orders being fulfilled, you know.
Your makeup line.
Backstroking in dollars, you know.
Chilling on an island, just, doing your own thing. So
yeah, I still want to be busy though. In 5 years, I just picture myself being even busier. And I like it. So yeah.
Because busy is good when you like what you do.
Exactly. Or on your own time. Oh my God. Not on nobody else's time, you know. So yeah.
I just want to talk about your ring. What's your ring?
Oh yeah, that's another thing that happened this year. Yes.
You're a whole fiance now.
You know, I'm getting used to it. But
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sanny.
That's another thing that happened this year. So studio, this, and what? The cosmetic line.
Your cosmetic line.
Yes.
That's big.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happening.
So proud of you.
So what are some of the services you provide?
Okay, so me at the studio, there's 2 hairdressers that are there. They do hair, they do everything like wigs, whatever. Me specifically, I do makeup. And with your service, you can do either not soft glam, but like something more neutral. You can book for dramatic. You can also book for bridal, bridesmaid, blah, blah, the whole works, And I also do offer lessons. So that's a new service.
I was just going to say, don't forget that.
I honestly people have been asking for lessons for like so long. But I was like, I don't know. Like, how am I going to do this? And I was like, what's the format, And then I finally said, yeah, I'm going to do it. But guys,
how's it going?
I wish I was doing this from when we first opened because, it's good. It's honestly so good. And it feels so like, oh my God, I'm helping somebody,
Yeah, you're passing down what you know, right?
Yeah, right? It's like my classes for makeup, I do for makeup artists and then for personal, but the makeup artist classes are 3 hours. And it's just like, I want to keep them, Like, wait, let me show you one more thing. Wait, write this down. And I text them after. I'll be like, hey, let's do a follow-up. Like, how do you feel about, because I just want to make sure that they're getting the info they need. I don't want nobody wasting their money. So yeah, I'll message them. Even I did a personal lesson last Sunday, and I wrote out a whole thing of notes for her. And then I'm like, hey, I'm just going to email you some notes. They're probably like, stop messaging me now. But I just want to make sure that they got the info, So
you're checking up on them and you're making sure that they're good.
I want them to be good, It's like you have students and they're graduated. Like, hey, how's it going?
You want to make sure what you taught them, they're actually
taking it with them.
Yes.
And running with it.
Because there's lots of times, like, for them, I picture it being overwhelming, It's like, yeah, this, da, 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 da. They're trying to collect all this information. So I'm like, I don't want them to be here like nodding their head and then they're not taking anything.
Yeah.
So you're going to take it in right now.
Well, that's good that you're doing that because I know some people that have experiences where they're being mentored by people and like they don't feel comfortable to come to them and they don't check up on them. And I think that's really important that you have connections with people that.
I tell them, hey, message me anytime. I'm serious,
Yeah.
And then if they don't, then I'm messaging you, hey.
And then they feel free that they can come to you, right?
Yeah.
Because then that's the way they're going to get better and they can always come to you and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then what about weddings?
Weddings, oh my gosh.
When you're doing makeups for weddings and stuff like that.
So when I do makeup for weddings, weddings are my favorite, honestly. Because it's just so, I like doing makeup when it's like a memorable moment. So like birthday, prom, wedding, it's just like, you're going to remember me forever, So I have a few weddings coming up actually, but I love weddings, honestly. For weddings, the process is like you want to make sure that all your stuff is clean, prepped, everything from the night before. Like I'll stay up late, like 1, 2 a.m. making sure that every pencil is sharpened, every little thing is in there. All my disposable stuff is all in sealed up bags, especially because COVID now. Everything I wipe down, like. So yeah, I make sure that everything's all done, and then I get there with my good attitude, have something to eat maybe. But once I get there, I'm locked in. I don't move from where I am. That's it. So yeah. But with the service, it's pretty much whatever they want. It's funny. Some brides, they don't want nothing really. And some brides, they want like a lot. So it just depends.
And when you're doing makeup, do you do everybody's or do they have like different makeup artists? Because when I was a part of Clifford's wedding, they had, I think, 3 makeup artists. So
some
I want to know about that.
Do that.
Do you do that as well?
So some people, it depends. Like they might want to just keep one person so it's all consistent. And then some people, they'll split them up because time. So if you only have a 3-hour slot, it's like if you have 9 people, maybe you want to get 2. Me, I've done literally like 9, 8, 7
Yeah,
people.
that was my next question. What was the biggest?
My biggest was 9. Actually, here's the thing. I was booked for 9, but then the mom's friend came. The grandma was like, the grandma was like, maybe just a little. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, can you just put my lashes on? It's just like people always come in. But that's another thing. I'm always prepared for that.
Yes.
Because you never want to be like, oh, sorry, I don't have any more lashes. And it's like, damn, that could have been a little change.
A little sale, yep.
Yeah,
because
so I always come extra. Yes, exactly. Because some people will say, oh, no, I don't need makeup done that day. And then they come, everybody's feeling themselves, and you're like, hey, can I just, So, yeah. And I'm always trying to go as quick, not as quick, but as thorough, but as quick as possible, just in case other people need to get done too.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's the time frame and
exactly.
stuff.
You want to do it before the photographers get there. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Once photographers get there, oh my God, it's like you don't exist no more,
They're ready
you might as well just pack up your stuff and go because you can't even get a picture at that point. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, Sanny, we enjoyed having you on the show.
Oh my gosh, is that it?
No, it's not it. We're getting into the convo and chill.
Oh, okay.
We
I
are
was
getting
like,
to the
wow,
convo
that
and
was
chill.
so fast.
No.
But before we
Maybe
get to
because I'm so
combo and
chatty.
chill, before we get to that, what is an advice you would tell
Yes.
someone who wants to start a
their
business,
business.
or become an entrepreneur, or even get into the makeup
Yeah.
industry?
Yes. Okay. So number one thing is just do it. Literally, like start right now. You don't have to have everything. Like, just do it. Like, just start it. Look what you have to do, or look what you. I don't know. It's like just find. Even for me, I had to find somebody that I was like, okay, I like how you do stuff, or I like your style. Like how your business is running. You can use that person not even as your mentor, but I say like your rabbit almost, like just want to piggyback on that person. What do you do? I like that. Let me take some of that. You know, like almost like, yeah, find a mentor. So yeah, just start today. Actually, don't wait. Don't say next year. Don't say end of this year. Just start now. And say yes to everything. Like I said earlier, say yes to everything.
Say yes to everything. I love that you said that.
Because
Like,
you never know what
the doors are going to
opportunities,
open for you, right?
Lounger, the key word for today: say yes to everything.
Say
Don't
yes.
hold back. Just take the risk. Leap. You know, it's a blessing in your lessons. You know what I mean?
And before we get into convo and chill, I forgot one more thing.
Sorry.
Your book, Sanny.
Oh yes.
So what did you have in your book? Let the loungers know what you did have a book. Nobody knows, but I mean everybody does know. But just for those who don't know,
faded in the distance now. But
but you did it though,
yeah,
right?
I did it. Yeah.
So what was your book about?
So basically, on YouTube, people would of course ask for makeup because that's what I do on my channel. But literally the second most asked questions is about like YouTube. So how did you start, or what music do you use? What software do you use to edit? What camera? What lens? What this? Blah blah blah. Memory card. And I'm just like, what? Like, you guys want to ask me these questions? Like, I just do makeup. Why do you know?
Yeah.
So it was becoming so overwhelming, like emails or like DMs, and I would respond to everybody like paragraphs, right? Because I'm like, oh, I want them to know, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, let me just put in like a PDF form or something, and then maybe I could just send it to them like that. So I have a friend, Antoinette, aka Stush Creations. Check her out.
Shout out to Stush. Shout out to Stush. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So she had asked me a question about lighting one time, and she's like, okay, let me know how much you charge. And I was like, what? You're my friend. I'm just gonna tell you what lighting. And she's like, no. You need to charge. Like, don't give anybody no free information. And I was like, So then I was telling her about my idea to write out the PDF, and she's like, yeah, draft that up and then sell it.
Period.
So I was like, okay. So yeah, that's basically what I did, and it was good actually. I was like, I didn't think people were gonna buy, but people bought. I was like,
we're gonna buy that, girl.
And what's the name of your book?
It is to be honest, it's so basic. It's the YouTube. What is it? YouTube guide for beginners.
By Sanny Beauty. And where can they find it?
Basic sells.
Yes, right. So it's on Etsy now because I'm changing my website to my cosmetic line. So now it's on Etsy. But you can go to my Instagram, Sanny Beauty. Literally just click my link there. My, what is it called? Linktree?
Linktree,
And
yes.
it's there. Okay. So go check that on Linktree.
The link to your book is in your Linktree.
In my Linktree,
Okay.
yeah. So the link in my bio, just click that and
So loungers, check that out.
This
Sure.
episode was very informative. Sanny literally gave you everything that you needed to know if you want to start your YouTube, because you could check out her book.
Yes.
And she just let you know, find a mentor, right?
Yes, she
and say yes to everything.
say yes to everything.
Okay?
Honestly.
So-
that's the number one. Say yes, say yes,
Say yes to everything, guys.
Because
All you got to do is say yes. There you go.
All right. So, everything into the combo and chill.
Let's do combo
Combo
and
and
chill.
chill.
You guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. Let me just.
Combo and chill.
Are you ready for the combo and chill?
I don't know. I feel like okay. Tell
I'm
me.
gonna the first one, okay? Since we're in COVID,
Yes.
where do you want your next vacation to be? Where would you want it to be?
Oh
if
my
COVID did
gosh.
free up, because I know you've been a couple places.
Yeah. For some reason, if COVID was free, I'd still want to go to Jamaica. I would still want to go because I'm like,
Yeah, like
yeah, of course, the food and
so-
then the vibes.
Yeah, it's the
just the
vibes.
whole
It's just
vibes.
schmood, you know.
And it's like no matter how much times you go, there's still something to do. It's just always something, you know.
It's just a good vibe energy.
But where else would I want to go? Oh, I don't know. Where would I want to go? Actually, to be honest, I'm just gonna say that because that was the first thing I thought of.
All right. So Sanny said Jamaica.
I'm going to Jamaica too. I don't go. Listen, I'm a very picky eater. You understand?
Yeah.
I have to go where I can enjoy my meal. And then also too, when I go to Jamaica, I don't stay on the resort too long. I'm on road, see, and I get my food on road. And then when you get the food on road, it's
Even
so
better.
authentic, right? It's real, and that's just that. Jamaica, it is.
It's honestly, it's a vibe. Jamaica's a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. It is a vibe, guys.
Yeah, I love Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica's good.
You?
Me?
Yes.
Where would you go?
He's trying to skip it.
Yo, no, I'm not trying to skip it. Okay, like, like I had a trip planned this year, but like I want to go somewhere later on in the year, and it's probably gonna be Jamaica because no, it's
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it?
But my trip this year, no. But the only reason why I would say that is because I have access to Jamaica. Where I wanted to go was
trip?
me and my son were supposed to go to Ghana.
Okay.
Right? But because of COVID, we weren't able to go, and so that's obviously where I would want my vacation to be. But if we're talking realistically, like I have access to go
To Jamaica.
like planning it. You know what I mean? But yeah, aside from Jamaica, definitely would be Ghana.
Okay.
And I was supposed to go to Grenada this year too. God damn it.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's
like,
tragic. Actually.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
It's really disappointing. Like
Getting
But
sadder and
I
sadder.
mean, you can travel, but it's just
it's that 2 weeks
It's
when you
just
come
2
back and you have bills to pay and all these
it's
things.
different now. Like, would you want to do all of that during this time? People do it. Me personally, I wouldn't do it
Here's the thing.
because I'm not trying to quarantine for 2 weeks, and now 2 weeks is
Yes.
when I don't really stay on the resort too long.
I feel like
Money too.
I just do it. I'm getting to the point where I'm just like so desperate
Yeah,
to do
like
something.
it's like, I mean, there's months where we were locked up and then we're all doing our work, we're all doing our thing, and like, yo, vacationing is very healthy. Like, it's healthy to fly away and get out of your environment, you know what I mean? So to not like, to be coop up, it's just,
coop up
I'm
is not a
dying.
situation.
It's like, I'm dying.
And it wasn't bothering you before, like from it started till maybe like end of September. Now I'm just like so annoyed.
Like,
I'm
I
literally
wanna
like,
go. I want to go.
So loungers,
That's in the plan.
in the comment box, let us know where you would want to go when COVID frees up and you're able to fly, or tell us where you have gone during COVID.
I'm so jealous of people who have gone during this time. They're like, I don't
And I know
care.
people that are still flying on. I'm just like, yo, like, I want to go with you.
So
Take
jelly.
me with you. Okay, the next question. What is the best book you've read or movie you've watched?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so best book. Okay, first thing that came to my head was, what is it? What's that book called? You Are Badass. How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness. I think that's the title of it. By Jen Sincero or something like that. But basically, the book was just saying like say yes. Like say yes to everything. Like just do it. Like even if everything doesn't align or it's not lined up, just do it. Like she even gave an example one time in her book where she was saying like she wanted a new car, right? But she was like, oh, like I can't afford it. All I could afford is maybe like a Honda CR-V, like it's good on gas, I don't have to pay too much, blah, blah, right? And then she was passing by an Audi dealership and she saw like, I don't know what the equivalents like SUVs for Audis are, but I don't know. So she said she saw one and she was like, whoa, like she loved it, And she said she knew she wasn't gonna buy it, but she wanted to test drive it. So she went in, they let her test drive it. And she said she was just like, nah, like I have to do this. But she had no money. So she was like, I have to find a way. And she picked up chin, she did their side hustles, all types, and made it happen so that she could get the car. So she didn't say no to her desire. She just, I want this, I'm gonna do it.
She found out a way.
End the story. You find a way, because when you want something, you
You
make it
will
happen.
find a way. That
Yeah,
is true.
seriously. So, yeah, that's why I love that book, because the whole book was just based off that type of energy. Yeah.
You're following it. You took something from it. It's working. Right?
Yes.
What about you, Drew?
Books, 40 Laws of Power, and 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Okay. What's
Ooh,
that one
y'all didn't
about?
know.
It's a little book. It's a little book. Our author Deepak
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it that girl, right? That's her name? Or some guy?
it's a guy.
It's a guy?
But
Deepak.
it's a book. It's a book that you can read within an hour, right? So
Okay.
it's not a long book, but it's definitely it gets into your head and makes you,
I'm gonna look it up after.
change your mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
And everything.
I don't even have that book. I don't even know where it is, who I gave it to. That book never came back.
Nowadays, all these
But
books
here,
are on.
Both of those books I had, I don't know where they are. They're gone.
You probably gave it away to somebody.
I probably lent it to somebody and they
And
just
bring
never
it
came
back.
That's how good that book is, right? Movie now. I think it's called Wall Street.
Oh, Wolf on Wall Street?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
That movie. That's a good movie to me.
I remember seeing that one.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
seen
movie.
it.
And it was real. I'm like, this is real life. Like, I would say for me, my book is Vibrating Higher Daily. I liked it because a lot of the stuff that it had in it resonated with me. Certain things that I went through, I was like, oh shoot, like, you know. So that was, I would say that's one of my favorite books. It's nice to know when you like read something and then they kind of tell you, like, you know, you're on your spiritual journey and da da da, and these things like it aligns. Yeah, you know, it links, it aligns and stuff like that. So that's one of my favorite books. And movie, I can't tell you guys because I'm indecisive and I love movies.
Love movies. Oh
I
my God.
love movies.
I didn't give you guys a movie because I barely watch movies. I swear I barely watch movies.
Loungers, tell us your favorite book, your favorite movie. One more book I have to mention is Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's another book too.
Yeah,
Definitely. Especially if you're a father. That's a good book to read.
So
Yeah,
those
I
are the
always hear that
books.
book is really good.
Yeah.
Those are the books you guys can look into reading. Sorry.
Yes.
And then the last question, guys. What are your intentions at this stage of your life? So, enjoying single life, settling down, or keeping things as they are?
I'm engaged, so none of them. But
Even outside of that.
Outside
of these questions, like the answers that they give us. Or options, I should say.
my intentions right now are to. Okay. I always just want to say the first thing that comes to my head. But my intention is to live because life is for living, right? And literally every day, that's all I think about. You know, what, like, how do I feel right now? What would make me feel alive? Like, even if, say, for example, like, if I'm saving, if I know today, like, shopping's gonna make me feel good, I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
Because that is part of living. Just do it, you know?
And you work hard.
And you make your own money. So
Exactly,
why not
you know?
use it against
Exactly.
yourself?
So yeah, so that's my intention, to live, literally. Because you never know when your day comes, right?
Living your best life.
You just want to live
Literally
my
every
best
day.
life every day.
And that doesn't necessarily mean turning up in the
Yeah,
club.
yeah,
but like
exactly.
you said, just doing what you want to do.
What you want. Some days for me, it's literally doing nothing. My phone's on do not disturb. I'm eating cereal, you know, watching YouTube.
Those self-care
and I'll be
days.
like, woo, this is the best day ever, you know?
Self-care days are not only for Sunday, y'all.
Yeah, seriously. Yes. Could be on a Tuesday.
Could be on a Tuesday. Any day you make it.
Yes.
That's what you'd.
What about for you?
I think the first option on that card was enjoy life.
No. I was
Enjoying life.
It was enjoying single life. Settling down or keeping things as they are.
Okay, I'll take out the single.
And enjoy life. Yeah, that's what I said. You don't have to
No
necessarily
matter what
follow.
situation I'm in, I just want to enjoy life.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's just that.
You have one life to live, I swear. Some people don't realize that, honestly. You have one
Life
life
to
to
live.
live.
Mhm.
It's true.
So I'm living.
For me,
Like, wait, me?
alongside with everything that you guys are saying, also to just always just becoming like a better person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like just, you know, being full of gratitude and yeah, just like living life with a purpose. Like, you know, like you said, doing what you want to do, not like, you know, so
You're on
yeah,
your own
guys.
time.
Yeah, man, own time, you know. So
To life.
Same thing, you guys. You know,
Yes.
but you know, just adding in, yeah, just always being a better person too as well.
Yes.
That's it, guys.
Sanny Beauty.
It's nice having you here, Sanny.
You were
I had
awesome.
fun. I can't believe it felt so fast to me. Like, it literally feels like 10 minutes.
I know, because you know, it's just
That's
flowing.
what good conversation
Exactly,
is.
good conversation, good vibes, girl. You know what it is.
Thank you
And we
for
want to have
coming
you guys
through.
back. Want to have you
Yeah,
back.
you're definitely coming back.
Yes, girl.
Thanks.
Season 2.
Thanks,
And
guys.
we want to see what's going on with your cosmetics.
Listen, season 2, maybe I'll have something to show you guys.
There you go.
Exactly.
Remember where you heard that first now.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I'm mostly on your chair, sorry. So guys, thank you for joining us and for sitting with us. That was Sanny Beauty. Check out her Instagram, check out her YouTube, check out her cosmetic line that's coming up. We wish you all the best, girl.
And make sure you pull up on her. Say,
yes,
hey.
visit her at her studio.
I know it's a little cold right
Purchase
now,
her
but you can still come.
Do all that good
and
stuff.
don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, tell a friend, leave your comments, all that good stuff.
Thank you guys for coming.
Till
Thanks for
next
joining
time.
us.
Boom.